secured. I was so happy to have her recovered. Alright. Alright. Lady Deathstrike secured. I was so happy to have her recovered. It's the final Pandora found. I was quite pleased to actually find out that we didn't have that many escapes. As far as I can tell for now, anyway. It seems most of Pandora's creatures decided to remain inside the Bavarian. Guess it was a good sign that the environmental conditions in the tank were pretty ideal compared to what lay beyond its glass walls. With regards to Lady Deathstrike, she was the most concerning escapee on my list. Not because I was terrified of her, though to be fair, she was pretty menacing looking, but because, in a weird way, after caring for her for so long, watching her mate, give birth, and protect her egg sac, and eventually release all her kids into the rainforest, I loved her at this point. I wasn't afraid of her, because I knew deep down that huntsmen are categorized as not being of medical concern to humans, meaning their venom is quite weak, and you would suffer some pain and swelling from a huntsman bite, at best, assuming you weren't allergic. But these giant spiders, contrary to the movies, aren't even aggressive, and will always choose to flee, only biting as a last resort for survival. In fact, huntsmen like Lady Deathstrike here actually do live in human homes, including mine, which is why it was no surprise that she was happy to jump out and into my home when given the chance. As mentioned in a previous episode, I live in Southeast Asia, located right smack in the middle of a tropical forest, and geckos, huntsmen, ants, and more often manage to make their way into my place without paying rent. I'm pretty used to it, and anyone who's lived in the tropics or Australia knows exactly what I'm talking about. But living out here among the trees, bugs, and beasts has taught and inspired me to be peacefully integrated with nature. At this part of my life, I've been trying my best to live sustainably, growing my own food, while also running a small-scale private rescue for pet animals needing homes. I've learned that we people eventually find ourselves needing to get back in touch with nature. Every time I stare into Pandora, enraptured by its beauty and purity, I'm reminded that there seems to be a part of us all that gravitates towards the natural world, because we are an inescapable part of it. They say that humans colonizing Mars won't happen within our lifetime. But me, if the doors to that opportunity were open to mankind, I've decided I would stay. Earth was made for us. We were made for Earth. We just need to each do our part with every mindful step to help return us back to a place in harmony with our providence, learning from our mistakes along the way, to be the best guardians we can possibly be for every fellow life form that shares our grandiose house, the greatest vivarium of all, planet Earth. Because if there's one thing that Pandora has taught me,